Welcome to Muller's Mountains. I'm the Wasatch Woodsman, dentist by day, outdoorsman by choice. Today we've got a pesting video. We're going to be taking care of some pigeons and problem sparrows, causing problems at a local farm that I've got a permission on. Right now I'm going to be sitting in my truck. Most of this is going to be from my truck shooting because of where we're at. It's not really a good image to be walking around with a gun out where there's houses and other neighborhoods around the farm. It is a good sized farm, but still there are houses and developments on the other sides of the roads and stuff. So we're going to be shooting mostly from the truck to stay concealed, but yet be effective. Having said that, I will be blurring out any background images in the shooting and stuff like that, just to keep everybody's privacy, keep the farm's privacy. I do have a permission here, but I do respect their privacy. So I'll be blurring out any pertinent information or anything that looks revealing. If you are offended by shooting or pesting videos, now would be a good time to turn away because we will be doing some pesting, primarily pigeons and sparrows today, and other pest birds if we find them, like the European starling. But having said that, let's get right into it. So here, as soon as I pull onto the property, I spot a pigeon in one of their pastures. I apologize for the blurriness. I did not adjust the parallax, and that is on me. Got him. So just kind of one thing that I do is I'm kind of driving around. I have my FX Impact M4 right now. I've got two different scopes that I'm kind of using on that. I've got my day-night vision scope, which is the AGN Spectrum 4K. And then I have my just regular scope that I do my scope cam footage through. And that is the Vector Optics Continental 3x18, which I really like. It's a really good scope. For being as budget friendly as it is, sub 800 bucks, sub 700 I think, it does awesome. It's nice clear glass, great magnification. I really like the reticle on that. Pardon me, I'm a little distracted as I'm doing this as I'm driving around here. But the Vector Optics Continental is 3x18 is really good. It's a really nice scope that I thoroughly enjoy, and so I use that as my main one that I'm doing through my scope cam footage. So when I'm using the AGM, I'll mention that I usually use that more for my nighttime stuff, but my daytime stuff, sorry, distracted by the birds here. Oh, but getting back to what I was saying, sorry, total squirrel moment there. When I'm really close, or there's stuff in the background, because my FX Impact M4 is so high power, I get a lot of carry through, and I'm using the 33 grain Air Marksman slugs on those, which I love. But when I'm much closer, 15 yards, 20 yards, and I've got some stuff in the background, I don't want anything that's going to carry, so that's when I end up using the Umarex Notos with the 20 grain JSB pellets, which in this gun actually do pretty well. They have enough power to take down a pigeon, to hunt, things like that. Even rabbits, I've shot rabbits with them. Okay, baby girl. Get him. Ooh, you missed. Do it again. He just stood there, right in the head. Crosshair's dead on the head. Oh! Oh, Char! Char! Heck yeah, baby girl. I have good shots on those, but they do really well, but they don't have the carry through, so I'm not going to carry, you know, an extra 50-60 yards through a bird or a pigeon or a rabbit or something and ricochet off of stuff. It'll just drop right there and stop. So I use that for stuff that I don't want any carry through on. So that's why I kind of switch between the two guns. Well, lucky me. Unlucky them. Make sure I'm recording here. They landed, they're about 50-60 yards away, and I should have a pretty clean shot with this. So let me zoom out some. Jeez. Got him. All right, I heard the impact on that one, and sometimes these pigeons are pretty tough. You hit them even with a 30 grain bullet going about 1,000 feet per second, and they'll fly 40, 50 yards and then kind of go die off in the bushes sometimes. So they're pretty resilient birds. And here I go again, forgetting to adjust the parallax. But what we have right here are 2 European starlings, and I'm gonna get one of them. You'll see, I'll get another one later on. This magpie that just flew in is going to get that pigeon I just shot. So he just kind of baited in and lines up perfectly for me. I don't even have to move. And then what would you know, his buddy flies in right afterwards and lines up. Here's that second starling for the day. He actually lands in the same spot I got the first one. Okay, because I don't have a scope cam on my Notos, this is a Umarex Notos. I'm just gonna video right here, but I'm just right here outside of my window. There's a bunch of little sparrows right here that are causing problems, nesting and kind of tearing stuff up. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of get them. I'm gonna video why I'm doing this. So. Okay, I got that first one. They're just kind of flying around. I've scared most of them off. I was hoping they'd come land here again, but I've got them scared, so they are not coming back. So we'll give them a few minutes and get back to it. All right, they have come back, so I'm going to get them again. Let's see if I can get them a little left right there. Another one down. That one they didn't scare off completely, so let's get this next one here. Got that one. And that did scare them off. So 2 sparrows down. Nice. Guys, as soon as I turned that off, another one came back and landed, so we're gonna go for this 3rd sparrow right here. There you go, buddy. 3rd down. Golly, just the one thing I really like about this Notos is it's so quiet. Stock, it's quiet. I'm not spooking these birds with this. And they keep coming back. That is awesome. I love that. I just got 6 sparrows down right there in this few seconds. So they just keep landing and coming back, and I'm not causing a lot of noise to spook them in where they fly off. So once I drop them, you know, 30 seconds later, they come back sometime sooner. So it is really nice for close range stuff that I don't want to carry. Okay, more sparrows. We're gonna get them here real quick. Gotta load it. They're about 20 yards. Oh, missed that one. I ricocheted off the fence there. That's the problem sometimes when you're shooting through fencing and stuff like that. Sometimes you clip the fence and you miss your shot. Oh god, they're just coming back so fast. Okay, let's get you, buddy. That one's down. Oh, you didn't even move. Next one. Back on the sparrows right here, and I am absolutely gonna pop this guy. He's so close. Oh, jeez. So close. Let's get you. I'm gonna pull up just a hair here, so I have better angle. Oh, there's a whole bunch of pigeons. I hope they come land. Right there. God, I can't even focus in close enough here. Okay, got a couple more. There are thousands of them, and again, they're causing nesting issues and all kinds of problems. And as I speak, another one comes and lands. So let's get you. Where are you at? Where'd you go? There you are. You can hold still long enough for me to get you. There. Pull up just a hair. Another one. They just keep coming in. It's crazy how many of them there are. And again, I'm shooting the Notos. This is the Vector Optics 4x16, and don't get that confused with Vector. It is the Victor. It's one of their sub brands. This scope was like $100. This is a sunshade in this top part here. And if you're looking for like a 10-22 rifle or a 22 rifle for your kids, or like a really budget air gun, fairly clear optics. I'm actually super impressed with them. And really, really simple, nothing crazy. And it was like $100, so very reasonable. It comes with mounts and kind of everything you need to get it going, and it just, again, very clear for how cheap it is.
I'm using the FX M4 Impact again, and again, I forget to adjust the parallax.
That's about 30 yards. So I didn't even have time to get that pigeon. That hawk has landed right on it. He's already gonna munch that guy. Pretty dang cool. You can see him right there at his feet. He's literally got him in his claws. And just got that pigeon off that power line, and that hawk's already got lunch or dinner. All right, I am getting ready to wrap things up here. I am gonna combine 2 days worth of shooting up here at this permission and pest control. Yesterday when I was up here, I went and left all my extra slugs and pellets at the house on the table. I was getting ready to load up my truck and walked out without them. So I only had whatever magazine I had, and so I ran out pretty early. So I was only here for like 30 minutes yesterday. So I came back up this morning. Sorry, I'm distracted by a pigeon that just landed, but I can't get him. He's by some cows. So so I came up this morning so I could get some more footage, made sure I had my pellets and stuff like that, made sure I brought my extra magazines, and then again I brought the Notos so I could come up and shoot with it today for some of the closer range sparrows and things like that, where I don't want a lot of ricochet, a lot of carry through, because of what's in the background. And so great. Again, I can't speak highly enough. This is a very fun gun to shoot and very quiet stock. You don't have to buy extra moderators or anything like that for it. I mean, out of the box, it does really well. It shoots the 15 grain, 15.89 grain GSBs fantastically. You can do those, or it's not the atomic, the Hades version. It shoots the 18 grain ones really well, but I've recently bought the 20 grain GSBs, and again, it's actually phenomenal. I will be doing a whole video on that where I go over the different grains, the different size bullets with the Notos specifically, and their feet per second, and then we'll do some calculations, make sure we get the energy, the foot-pounds of energy, so you kind of know what they're doing and what the energy is at distances. The Notos, I am sub 75 yards. I have shot things at 60 yards, 70 yards and killed pigeons with them, but that's the max distance I'm shooting with this, and that's a max distance. On average, I'm 30-40 yards or below, and that's what I really like this gun for. So backyard, super backyard friendly, super quiet. You can shoot it in your backyard, your neighbors aren't gonna hear it. So but more to come on that. But today we're kind of wrapping up. I'm just gonna do one more lap here, see if we can get any more pigeons or sparrows, and then I've got to get going. So we'll catch you next time, and enjoy.